Meet Ashen, a technical analyst for Socratic Stockbrokers.
Hey guys.
So Ashen, tell us, what is technical analysis and why do we need it?
I think I'll start with one simple quote or one sentence. Price never lies. When you take a distinction of what's fundamental analysis, it's basically you look at a company's report, revenue, etc. The technical analysis, what we do is we check the price action of a certain counter, right? And with technical analysis, you would know what to buy, when to buy, and at which perfect time to buy and sell. Because one key thing that technical analysis gives us is risk management. Fundamental analysis, yes, you get how to value a company and everything, but you would not know how to enter into account at a certain point in time. So technical analysis, use fundamental analysis would give you the best of both worlds. And I think that would be the best approach to investing.
So Ashen, technical analysis is something that has been relatively new to the Sri Lankan market over the past few years. Where is technical analysis in the world? How is it being used?
I think if you take the world in itself, technical analysis has a rich history of starting from the late 1800s, right? From forex to crypto to US stocks and anything else like commodities, technical analysis is a key thing that is used across markets. Uh, with price action being so volatile and so intricate with instant data, people's sentiments are always included in price. And that's why fundamental analysis can't just be used in itself, and why price action and analyzing price action matters a lot.
So Ashin, when we are looking at technical analysis in Sri Lanka's markets, technical analysis can sometimes be so complicated with so many different types of variations, charts, and whatnot. What would you say are the key things to look out for in technical analysis in the Colombo Stock Exchange?
Good question. I think for technical analysis itself, we can complicate it as much as we want, right? But there are few key things that you can use, indicators that you can use to get a quick and easy understanding of where a stock is. I'd recommend using a few key simple moving averages that track an average of price action, which is like the 10-day moving average, 20-day moving average, and the 50-day moving average, right? And when a certain count is above these short-term moving averages, which I call the 10-day and 20-day, a counter tends to increase in price action. And basically, it's the average last 10 days of price is increasing. So the easiest things to use in technical analysis to make investment decision simple, I'd say would be using the moving averages and a simple indicator called the relative strength index. We don't need to get into the calculation of it itself, but it basically tracks momentum. If the relative strength index is rising, it's basically telling that the counter has momentum. And one thing you need to understand in the stock market is when there's momentum, momentum continues. And that is a key thing that would help you in investing.
So, Shane, when it comes to technicals, what would you say are the main things that contribute to technicals being accurate, and what are the main things that can contribute to technicals sometimes not showing the best picture?
I think it's again, like I mentioned, it's a bit more subjective in analysis. But if the main thing when you start learning technicals is basically sticking to a few trading principles, right? It teaches you how to be patient. It also tells you again when to buy and how to buy. It's just you sticking to your own set of trading rules and knowing and learning from the best people in the industry of how they use their analysis. Because like I said, you can get complex on a different level for technical analysis, but I think keeping it the simplest is the better approach when you are beginning investing.
Thanks, Ashay. So, one final question as we wrap up. Where do you think technical analysis will be in Sri Lanka over the next 5 to 10 years?
I think as data becomes one of the hugest, most important things across platforms, we will see millisecond price details coming into action much more sooner than later. So technical analysis would be at the forefront of everything because of everything going digital and markets being ultimately digital and across borders. So when you want to be an intelligent investor and make good returns out of a certain counter or portfolio, technical analysis would be a key thing that you would need to interpret and utilize for your investment journey.
Thanks, Ashen.
Cool.